Conversations with Selwyn. Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in for today's episode of Conversations with Selwyn. I just want to give a huge thank you to everyone who wished me a happy birthday. I really do love birthdays, especially as I get a little bit older. It's less about the gifts and the trips for me. It's really about feeling loved and appreciated, and I definitely felt that from all of you. Shout out to my wife who showed me such a wonderful time on my birthday. I really love her and appreciate her so much. Michelle, you are the best. It's just such an encouragement just to get all the messages, all the Facebook posts and text messages and voicemails, people singing me happy birthday. Trust me, I listen to all of them. I try to respond to all of them. I still got a few to get to, but I will do that. But listen, if this is your first time watching a CWS episode, I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, and it's called Conversations with Selwyn. And here I like to talk about all things pertaining to faith, family, music, fitness, and productivity. And those last two topics are really what I want to talk to you about today. Fitness and productivity are not my strongest points. And part of my goal in this podcast is to do something about that. One of the most important elements in helping me achieve that goal is trying to build consistency. It's all about consistency. Now, if you take a look at me or you take a look at yourself, you may say to yourself, you know what, we really haven't built any type of mastery level for consistency yet. But it's all about making strides to get there. Okay. So for some of us, we do it because we feel the need to do it. But no, we are literally feeling the need. I mean, you feel it in your knees, you feel it in your neck, you feel it in your back, especially if you're like me and you're getting closer to the age of 40 and above. You need to make sure that you're fitting in time to take care of yourself physically. So I'm taking on that challenge, and I've shared some of that journey with you in some of my earlier podcasts. So early on, when I started this podcast, I started a hashtag called Gimme40. Okay, and it's all about taking 40 minutes of your time for focused activity, whether it's exercise, whether it's reading the word, whether it is spending time with your family or with your kids, focused writing, whatever it is that you're into, writing or blogging, whatever it is. The key is to block out 40 minutes of your day just to focus on that. And if you think about it for a second, you give away 8 hours of your life every day to somebody else or to something else. And yeah, you get a paycheck, but what did you actually do for yourself? What did you actually do to build up your life? Okay. How did you build up yourself in your most holy faith? All right. So one of the ways I've been succeeding at my Gimme 40 quest is recording and editing and prepping for this podcast every week. So it takes me a little bit more than 40 minutes in total. But I block out time, and during that time, I'm focused on the tasks needed to finish the episode and post it here for all of you guys to listen. So this helps me achieve my goals. And if you build a rhythm and build a routine and know that you have deadlines for yourself, deadlines that you need to achieve for yourself, it will help you build some routines and some healthy patterns for your Gimme 40 quest. Now, your Gimme 40 may be different. As you begin to succeed at it, your success can also mean a win for somebody else in your life, because as you get better, others begin to feel the effect of your success and the effect of your efforts. Okay, so I want to share some information about Gimme 40, and I want you to check out this episode that I had with Warren McKenzie, as he shares tips on how to stay on track with some of your fitness goals. Okay, so here are a few of his tips. What are some tips you can give us to staying on track, staying focused, and trying not to fall off the wagon on our personal fitness and nutrition journey?
A couple things come to mind. Don't go on the scale too much.
Okay.
You want to keep on track, but you don't want to step on the scale. It discourages you because you could be losing fat and gaining muscle.
Okay.
But on the scale, it looks like you didn't lose any weight at all. Keep a fitness motivation, like fitspiration.
Okay.
As people would say.
Okay.
And
like a journal?
Yeah, if it works for you.
Okay.
If it works for you.
Okay.
Or like say, like my fitspiration would be like Terry Crews.
Okay. You're talking about a person,
right,
to emulate.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
But realize at the same time that some of those photos are photoshopped. And I'm talking mostly to the ladies because they're very photoshopped. And what I would do is I would pretty much look at a video of that person so you can see the reality of it all.
Okay.
And just, body-wise, health-wise, let it inspire you. And also read a lot about it.
Okay.
Don't just follow what anybody says. You want to read. Right. Educate yourself.
Good. So everybody's got a different body type.
Right.
In our conversations, you mentioned that some people are into heavy cardio.
Right.
Some other people are into weights. And how do you find your sweet spot? How do you find your thing?
You gotta look at what makes it fun.
Okay.
You gotta look at what makes it fun, but also gives you a challenge.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not a track star. I have a couple friends that run track.
Yeah.
That's not my wheelhouse.
You're not about that.
That's not my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Mine is lifting weights, and pretty much if they come into my world, it's something different.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to do what's fun for you. Play basketball, weightlifting. Just get out there and get active.
Gotcha, man. So, guys, I hope this has been informational for you. It certainly has been for me, and I really want to get Warren back on here to do more segments for us and give us some more tips. So, how can folks get a hold of you?
They can contact with me. By going on my Instagram, which is Warren_Jericho. www.fighter.com. Don't forget that. And also my email, Warren-McKenzie@hotmail.com.
So guys, that was Warren McKenzie. Now I want you to check out some of my other episodes, also titled Gimme 40, to offer some inspiration to go along with your quest. And shortly after my workouts, I like to share something inspiring that came to me, that God laid on my heart. So I'd love to hear what your Gimme 40 journey is, and maybe we can help each other and reach those goals. So in this podcast, I've interviewed people who have inspired me to keep going on my life's journey. And I'd love for you to hear some of their personal stories as well. I've interviewed authors, pastors, musicians, and even young entrepreneurs. And it's been awesome to really see them pursue their passion and dedicate focused time to achieve their goals. You can check them out by subscribing to my podcast. And I'm going to show you how you can find all of this great content to help you in your journey. Subscribe to my YouTube page. You can access it on the go by going to your YouTube app and doing a quick search for Conversations with Selwyn. Once you've found my channel, subscribe to it, and you'll be able to enjoy all of the episodes there. Apple users can simply use their podcast app, and with a quick search, you can find all of the audio podcast episodes there. Hit subscribe to have all that content delivered to your Apple device automatically. If you use TuneIn Radio, you can open your app and do the same thing. Click on the favorite icon and enjoy all of the audio podcast content there. If you're a Google Play user, just head over to play.google.com and pull up the podcast there also. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, where I'll be sharing extra content to get us thinking and talking and pursuing our goals. You can share this content, and subscriptions are free. So hit that like or that heart button and leave me a comment to let me know that you're engaged on the topics that we share. Now listen, this podcast is certainly not all about me. It's about you too. And if you'd like to set up an interview with me, please email me at radio@celljoy.com. And I'd love to share your story with the rest of the world. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of CWS.